Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector, and GameStop disappointed me. So I had been mentioning on my channel that I was waiting for a package to come in from GameStop, and I was really excited because it was going to be a console, and it's this PlayStation 3 right here that finally came in. And I'm a little bit bummed out because I really thought that this was going to be a backwards compatible PlayStation 3 that I was going to get from GameStop. I thought I had lucked up. I thought I had picked up a backwards compatible PS3 for 89 bucks. But unfortunately, after waiting about 3 weeks for this to arrive, it showed up. And of course, it is a standard PlayStation 3, of which I already have a standard PlayStation 3. So there's no need for me to have this in the collection. And so this will ultimately be going back to GameStop. A little bummed out about it. I really did think that it was going to be backwards compatible because on their website, all the PlayStation 3s that they have listed, usually they'll say, this console does not play PlayStation 2 discs. And this one didn't say that. This one just said, it just had all the other stats. This listing did not have that disclaimer. So based off that, I took a gamble and said, well, maybe this one's backwards compatible. Let's see. And sure enough, it was not. So, I highly doubt that if a backwards compatible PlayStation 3 came in, that it would become available to regular customers. Just because the last few times I've gone to GameStop, a few of their employees have told me that managers as well as employees are starting to tuck away games and consoles that they think are valuable. They're not hitting the floor, which I'm sure a lot of people already knew that. They probably figured that was happening, but I think it's happening a lot more now. And when really good stuff comes in, it does not hit the showroom floor because people are trading in a lot more consoles than you think. People are trading in Dreamcast, Sega Saturn collections, TurboGrafx collections, NES collections, Super Nintendo collections. People are trading in a lot of good stuff to GameStop. It's just that a lot of it's never hitting the showroom floor because it's being taken by employees. So, I mean, look, I don't blame them. If I had first dibs, it's like anything, right? Like if you worked at a sneaker store, if you worked at, anywhere that sells anything that a lot of people want to get their hands on it, usually you're going to get first dibs if you can. So I don't blame employees for doing that. Do you? From what I understand, a lot of times they don't earn a lot. And if maybe they do that as a side business to help supplement what they're getting paid from GameStop, I can't knock that hustle. So either way, it sucks for me. No backwards compatible PS3 for me. With that being said, I had an amazing day yesterday. And yes, my hands are ashy. I'm in the middle of doing laundry. Go ahead and judge me right now. Yes, judge me. Fire away down in the comments. Let me know. But, it's this weekend has been amazing so far. Saturday was a blast. Got to spend some time with the family, and I did get to sneak in a little bit of game hunting. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I picked up. The first thing is this copy of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I actually had this game for the Xbox One, but I sold my Xbox One and all the games that I had for it. I didn't feel like investing in building an Xbox One collection. I'm just not that into that console. I just couldn't get into it. I tried. I had a few good games for it, including Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I also had both Attack on Titan and Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle. I had Demon Turf, I think, for that console as well. I had a few good games. I just couldn't get into it. I just could not get excited about it. So, I sold it. The console that I had been given to me anyway, so wasn't really much sweat off my back with that. So I sold that console away, and along with that, I sold up my copy of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But I did find this, and was glad to be able to snag it up. This one has gone up. I don't know if it's gone up since the whole Capcom collection deal has come out. But a lot of these games that are really cheap on like the PlayStation 3 and like the Xbox 360, for some reason, they just shoot up in value on the PlayStation 4. If anyone knows why, let me know. I haven't just seen this with this game. I've also seen this happen with like Deadpool. It's just more expensive on the PlayStation 4 than it is on the PlayStation 3 or 360. Same thing with like some of the Transformers games. They're just more expensive on the PlayStation 4 than they are on the PS3. I'm almost positive if Wolverine, Uncaged, Wolverine or X-Men Origins, Wolverine Uncaged, if that was available on the PlayStation 4, that'd be like a $200 game. I don't know if it's just because, these games play better on the PlayStation 4 or what, but they tend to just shoot up in value on the PlayStation 4. So this was a really cool find. I am a fan of the Marvel vs. Capcom series, so this game is right up my alley. This is one I snagged. And then this was a game that I actually got online. So this was an online pickup here, Time Stalkers. This game has floated in and out of my collection at least 4 times. I've had this game. And every time I think I don't want it, I remember how much fun I was having when I started playing it. Because I started playing this game right after I beat Grandia 2. And I was on a real RPG kick at the time. I think that was around the lockdown time. So I had a lot of time to like play RPGs. And I started playing Time Stalkers, and I just thought it was interesting. So this was one that I got back and added back to the Dreamcast collection. I've been slowly, like incrementally adding games to the Dreamcast collection here and there, and this was one that I put an offer on. The seller accepted it, and I got it. I think I got it because the case was a little cracked and damaged. I think I paid like 24 or so, or 25 or so on this copy, so wasn't too mad about it. I mean, that's not a huge discount. I think this game goes for like 30 to 35 bucks. But I have a lot of cases that I can do case swaps on, so I'll case swap this and make that happen there. And then also, this is a pickup that you guys already saw, so G.I. Joe. So not a huge week for me, right? Not a ton of pickups. We got these 3 really good games here, and then these 3 solid pickups here. So all in all, I would say about 6 pickups so far for the week. Now, I am expecting a good amount of games to come in from GameStop online, and I'll share that with you. I think it was like either Thursday or Wednesday this week. They just dropped a ton of games on their website. And I definitely took advantage. They dropped a bunch of N64 games, including all of the Mario parties. They had Glover on there. They just N64 games that I don't typically see on their website. They had a bunch of those. They had a bunch of NES games on their website that I don't typically see, including Metal Storm and Felix the Cat. I'd never seen those on their website. So those 2 I actually was able to order online. We'll see if they ship, and we'll see if when they come, they're actually the games, and we'll see if they're authentic, right? So whenever you order expensive games from GameStop.com, there's 3 things that you have to worry about. 1, you have to worry about if it's going to ship or not. 2, you have to worry about if it does ship and when it gets there, is it actually going to be the game that's advertised, or is it going to be another game? That's the second fear. And then the third fear is that if it is the game that was advertised, is it real, right? That's the third. And if you want to slap a 4th one on there, is it going to be in decent condition, and is it going to work, right? So there's almost like 4 checks that you have to go through when ordering like rare retro games from their website. But those were 2 that I saw. Was definitely stoked to find those, snag those up. But I saw other ones. I saw like Earthworm Jim for the Super Nintendo, Earthworm Jim 2 for the Super Nintendo. Just a lot of like uncommon Super Nintendo games. I saw the Sonic and Knuckles game for the Sega Genesis, Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusion. Just a lot of really solid retro stuff on their website. Oh, Shinobi, Revenge of Shinobi. So there was like a bunch of stuff. That happens from time to time. Like if you just happen to peruse their site on a random day, you're gonna see like some really random stuff outside of the normal, like same old GameCube games that you see, the same PS3 games, same 360 games. If you check every once in a while, you'll see some cool stuff. They also had a lot of unique original Game Boy stuff. They had Wario Land 2. I'm losing what they had. They had a bunch of stuff that I was just like, wow, I was shocked that they had some of those games on their website. So they've got some cool stuff. They probably have some of that stuff still up on there, so check it out. I know they had a bunch of like the Castlevania games on the NES. They had Dracula's Curse and a few of the other ones, so some pretty good games. But all in all, I am stoked because I am getting ready to travel, do some traveling for work, and I'm going to be going to a small town. And I often hear sometimes that these small towns will have really good deals, especially if there's like a Goodwill in town or something like that. So I'm going to try my luck there. I'm going to see if there are any like local mom and pop shops that I can take advantage of while I am over there. So we'll see what I'm able to make happen. All in all, like I said, it's been a really good weekend, man. Just had a lot of fun with the family. Spent a ton of time just hanging out with my daughter, which is why I didn't drop any videos yesterday. We spent the day just kind of going to a children's museum, a really cool interactive museum. So that was a bunch of fun. And then we played video games, we played Just Dance, we played board games, and then we capped the night off with the Lakers Nuggets game, which go Lakers, man. Lakers destroyed the Nuggets, 123-100. I'm a huge fan of that. The Luka Doncic era has begun. So it was a fantastic day for me all the way around. Today is a little bit of just hanging around the house, prepping for the week, laundry, all that jazz, and just kicking it. So I'll be back probably a little bit later on this afternoon with another video. If I have some time, I may try to edit something. I know you guys don't really care about it, but I'm gonna try to edit something for y'all. I know it's been some time, so we'll see if we can make that happen. But outside of that, that's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm rocking with. Let me know what you did yesterday, if you had any pickups, how it's looking for you out there, and I will catch you in the next video. So Y2K Collector, take it easy.